Attention, air traffic control. A flock of eagles is heading to Arizona.
That name is that name. The man will be there.
EAGLES Eagles!
Can you smell what the flock is cooking? Baby! Yeah, man, we 1 week, 1 day away from the Super Bowl, February 12th, 6:30. Can you? I can't wait. Let's get it, y'all. What do we got for your Flock Posse today? Before we get into what we got for your Flock Posse today, it's a Sirianni Saturday for sure. Since my coach is so sincere. He's so real. Who just want to flock? I just want to flock. Who y'all think is coming? Got so many things I want to get into, man. We got a whole week. Like I said, we had a full boil, so I'm trying to pace myself out with this, yo. Just trying to pace myself with this before, like I always say, before I spontaneously combust. As you can see right now, I'm already on it. Still watching the game. Yeah, it's on a constant loop in my nest, man. I don't know about yours, man. Speaking of nest, what I want on my chest, okay, like I said, before we get into anything, let's keep the maniac thing. Please like and subscribe if you about that Fly Eagles Fly. Drop a comment in the box if you flying with the flock. Let's fly. Before we do that, do remember, join the Maniac Thing Noti Gang. You hit that bell, you get a bing whenever I'm on this YouTube thing. Let's fly. It's takeoff time. What we got for your Flock Posse today? We're going to get in a little bit of flock to flock, a little heart to heart. Just some things that I want to get off my nest, get off my chest, man. Because, it's a lot of things going on in the Eagle verse, a whole lot of chit chat and all that BS, you know what I mean? I just want to a little heart to heart with the flock, you know what I'm saying? Like, just things, because we can't be negative all the time, man. What's going on? Yeah, I'm watching commercials from last week. Like, what the flock is that? Anyway, so boom, back onto this, right? A little bit of that, chips off the old flock, you know what I mean? Chip off the old flock. Chips off, because we got a lot of players on our team with chips on their shoulders, man. And so chips on your shoulders lead you to getting that chip at the end. That's what we want. That's what we need. That's what we all hoping for in this Eagle verse and our Eagle Nation and the flock and all that. And we're gonna do a little we haven't done feathers to the haters in a minute, man. So we're gonna throw some feathers to the Sirianni haters real quick. You know what I'm saying? As you could imagine. You already know who this is, man. And it's just like, so much. Trying to, in the midst of pacing myself, man, I've been missing a few things that I ain't get to chop it up with my flock about, man. We ain't get to throw that into our flock pots, you know what I mean? So we're going to do a few retreads, a few things that I'm pretty sure you guys already spoke on and all that already. But you know what? We're going to double back on it, man, because you ain't heard the Eagle Maniac take on this, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And then there's a few things that I had popping up in this, whatever we call this, in my head, in the mind of the Maniac. That's right. That I ain't get to touch base with y'all on, man. And it's like everybody's saying it, but we all think alike in this thing. Well, no, to a certain extent, you know what I mean? If I see it, if they see it, we all seeing the same thing. It's like, man, I'm just mad I didn't say it first. Because, in this Eagle verse that we live in now, man, it's like, if you're not first, you ain't nothing. But whatever, man. Birds of a feather flock together and all things like that. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. First off the bat, before we get into all the things that we have for the flock pop, man, just running through my mind all week, just watching Kenny G with the sweet freak music throughout this playoff run, man. It's just been bringing me back like dogs. Like, this is like, he's like Corey Clement times 2. And sure enough, as soon as this crosses through my mind, I should have hopped on here and chopped it up with the flock. But, everyone's saying it's all out there. I forget who said it, who I heard say it on, I believe I was watching Sports Take, of course, right? What I do while I'm riding around and getting it, right? So, you got that going. And sure enough, someone else throws it out there because I was thinking, but basically what I was thinking was, let's get into the mind of the Maniac before we go into what everyone else is saying, right? I'm like, Kenneth Gainwell, Kenny G with the sweet feet music. He's like Corey Clement ×2. And I'm like, then you got Hassan Reddick. He's like Chris Long ×2. And then we got Jalen Hurts, Foles ×1,000,000, like, you know what I mean? Just what we're coming in here with, just this team that we're saying, man. And Jim, I wanted to hop into the flock to heart to heart first, but man, let's just get into this chips off the old flock, man. Chips off the old block. These dudes who got chips on their shoulders, bro. Like, we're looking at guys like, let's start off the top, our boy, Jason Kelce. Let's start with the captains, as a matter of fact. Jason Kelce, we talking about a 5th-round draft pick, you know what I'm saying? Who's now, I mean, for all intents and purposes, you know, I know I look at the world through eagle-colored glasses, open my eagle eye, raise the eagle's eyebrow, I don't know which one I'm looking through, right? Whatever the case may be, we know this dude is a first ballot Hall of Fame. As soon as he's up for it, he's getting in there. And I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be unanimously, because you haven't seen a center do the things this guy has done, man. I was watching the game, like I've been watching the game. I'm just watching this guy pull. I heard some defensive players say, I believe it was Ryan Clark, he said, may have been Ryan Clark, said, you know what, centers shouldn't even be allowed to pull for whatever not imagine that's something about guys not allowed to being able to line up. I imagine that's what he's thinking. I don't know, can't get into his mind. I can only get into the mind of the maniac, right? So boom, just the way I'm watching him pull, and dude, he's getting out there. He's on pace with our running backs. Like, the dude, like, for all the kinks and as banged up as he is, man, that boy can move, bro. Like, he be getting out there, bro. So Jason Kelce, just one of the dudes that's got a chip on his shoulder, you know, and he's had it his whole career. You know, just, you know, the grinders, basically. Chips on their shoulders. You got people that are out here just grinding crazy year after year after year. You got Fletcher Cox. They tell him he's too old and he's out here producing still. To my number one guy, BG, is out here killing it. And what is 12 mad years? He's got a lot of years under that belt. I heard that he was Howie Roseman's first pick ever, bro. You know what I mean? And he's still out here doing it. BG grinding. They thought he's coming back from an Achilles, dog. Like, is you kidding me? This is usually at his age, quite possibly could have been career-ending injury. And he's out here producing, getting the most sacks he ever had in his career prior to this year. Nuts, you got BG. Oh, Hurts. Cast off from Alabama, sent to Oklahoma, man. Chip on his shoulder. You go down the line. Oh, his boy AJ. You got Slade. You got CJ GJ. Who am I missing? Bradbury, Kaiser White, guys that were cast off from their prior teams, man. Chips on their shoulders. Let's get these chips on our shoulders, man. And not to mention, you got guys like the unsung heroes of this team, the Marcus Epps, the TJ Edwards. Chips on their shoulders. Dudes that they didn't think would be doing the things that they doing, because they do it for the E. AGLES, man. Like, I'm just so hyped about this team. Just so, you know, over this course of time that we have off from my team, because, you know, I'm suffering from PED, not performance-enhancing drugs, Philadelphia Eagles deprivation, you know, haven't seen my team play, not going to see them tomorrow. Usually I would be cool about this time, because it's just one more day, right? We haven't seen them in a week. Oh, so it's just starting, but you know, it's just different when the Super Bowl hits, right? But anyway, just things going through my head, man. You think of these guys, these late round picks, guys like Malata, Jake the Mate, cast off from Cincinnati, and he's just been amazing since he got here, man. I remember the first game watching at my boy OG's crib, like, yo, son, like, they we men fans. I'm an Eagles fan. We watching the game, and you know, tie game. Was it tied or were we down? I think it was tied. Whatever the case may be, 61-yard field goal, bro. I'm like, is this guy really that guy? Is he going to be the guy for us to go? And of course, like, that hits the game-winning field goal for all intents and purposes, right? Wasn't that, not really, but kind of sort of like big field goal in the Super Bowl, bro. Like, it's just nutty, man. You got him say guys like, say, Amalo, Kenny Gainwell. Similar's kind of a late-round pick, you know what I mean? But he's just out here doing it, dogs. So many guys, bro. And then you got, let's not forget Reddick. Hassan Reddick cast off. Him similar to BG. Him and BG, basically early in their careers, had that bus label over their heads. Like, look at these dudes just producing for us, man. Producing for the Philadelphia Football Eagles in 2022, and hopefully when bringing home their Super Bowl in 23. Please, you know what I mean, man. I feel like I have to say things correctly for the football, for the powers that be, to bless us with these blessings, you know what I mean? Like they say, you gotta be accurate, you gotta be on point, you gotta be on point, basically. And yeah, I don't even want to get into that, man. It's just so hyped about this team and all the guys that we got and everyone that's grinding for us right now, right here. I mean, even the top tier guys, you know, like similar to like Fletcher Cox and the BGs, you know, guys who are high first round draft picks, you know what I'm saying? Then a guy like my guy, Lane Johnson. You know, this guy, what he's fighting through right now for us, for this team, man. It's just like, man, and that just brings us into this flock to flock, from my heart to y'all and all y'all out there. You know what I'm saying? Number one, thanks for the support, y'all, man. I hope this video finds you in good vibes, good tidings. And if you're not there, I hope this helps you get there because we're about to go there. Oh, yeah, we deep in it right now already. You know how this thing goes, man. So, yeah, man, like, just this team, man, the way I know if you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan, man, you live this, you bleed this stuff, man. I want to get a tattoo of green veins, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's how. Let's not talk about what I want. Let's talk about what we need, man. And what we need is this Super Bowl, bro. For these guys, it's like just all the hate from all over the country, all over the media. You know, I see the media starting to come around a little bit, man. But these fans, just the things that you got to hear every day on a daily basis. And I know this is a one also, man. I just want it so bad for these guys that have been cast off from their teams. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's like that on the other side, too, for the Chiefs and all that, man. But there's just so many guys, man, that you root for so hard on this team, man. Especially a dude like Jalen Hurts, who constantly, nonstop, just keeps getting the hate, and more hate. It doesn't stop, man. That dude just stays tried and true no matter what, through any circumstances, through any adversity, through anything. This dude just comes out better, faster, stronger. Hurts, number one. Man. That dude is that dude, man. That's like mostly for him. And then, you know, of course, this Sirianni, man. Just this hate that this dude is getting, man. You saw how I post, like, who is this guy, Julian? Like, who? You know what? Let's get into it. Let's get into it right here, right now. You know what? I'll be right back. And I'm back. Feathers City Sir. Oh, man, that's that pick that Slade could have had, man. But he was on his assignment so hard. Oh, I think that's when what's his name, Johnson? Yeah, just hit his head on the ground, man. I think this is the concussion right here. Ndamukong Suh. Let's not forget about dudes like that, man. Just so many guys. Man, he's already got his. There's quite a few guys on this team that already got theirs, man. But it's like, it's really for Hurts, man. It's Sirianni, bro. Like, how dare this guy? You know what? Let's get into it, man. Feathers to the Sirianni haters on a Sirianni Saturday, because it's usually, what do we normally do on Saturdays? The pregame all weekend, pep rally and all that. So, you know, being that we have a week off, let's make it a Sirianni Saturday for my coach, Nick Sirianni. You know what I'm saying? The dude is so real, man. Just, you see it. What do you say? He wears his emotions on his arms, man. And some people may look down upon that, man. But it's nothing like, no coach could have fit Philadelphia better than Nick Sirianni, man. It's exactly how we are, like, and I'm just, you know what, before I go off on another tangent, let's just get into it, man. Feathers to the Sirianni haters. Super Bowl edition. Dear sycophant suckers and Sirianni haters. And most importantly, Julian Love. Safety for the New York Giants and all those that agree with him. You see, Julian needs love. You know what? Julian needs hugs because he's home alone wondering how Coach Nick and his crew made his season disappear. Yeah, made his season disappear. Some home alone, sis. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You're sour. Beat 4 times in a row. You need answers for these L's. So you Google, you bang, you ask. But you're left googly-eyed from banging your head flat on your asking ass. And you know what? You're going the wrong route, bro. Because you got it right in your pocket. No, it's right there in front of you, man. Just ask Siri. Coach Sirianni. He'll tell you how he does this, how it happened. How you lost 4 times in a row. Because he's simply better. Because we better. We, man, get the fuck out of here. Sincerely yours, the Eagle Maniac. The fuck out of here, man. I just can't deal with this hate, man. No, we ain't getting nowhere with that. But, bro, basically the point I'm trying to make is, man, you get here from being good. And this is going to happen. We see it across the board, man. I used to scowl at, what's your boy's name? Coach K scowl. You know, he's like, hate him. Couldn't stand him. You know what I mean? Even, you know what? rest in peace, Kobe, man. But I wasn't the biggest Kobe fan while he was playing. I had the craziest respect for him when I saw that last. Like it just hit me in a different way that last game when he hit that 60. Like I was captivated. Everyone says, they gave it to him, but just to see, like, I really got to understand that Mamba mentality, albeit it took me till his final game because I'm not a Lakers fan. You know what I mean? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. Turned out to be a great man. Like I said, once again, rest in peace. He's a great fan. Oh, yeah. Eagles fan. Kobe. Whatever the case may be, you just get tight of him pumping his fist, you know what I'm saying? Yelling at Tom Brady, you know what I mean? Like you can't stand, you see him on the sideline yelling at us, so I'm yelling back at him. You know what I mean? Kobe's pumping his fist, I'm punching my fist at the screen. Like, you got that scowl, that pump, that dude yelling. It's just, this is what comes. You see it time and time again. This is what happens when guys are just good and they talk that talk and they back it up. So you know what? It's par for the course. I kind of get it. On one side, it rubs me the wrong way. Like, damn, like, where did this come from? It just came down out of nowhere. And I'm like, dude, I didn't hear much about this last year. I didn't hear much about that during this season. But then, it's okay after a playoff game, wins a playoff game, he gets so wild on the sidelines with the, because this is what our guy does. And it's just such, it's a organized, would you call it? Organized confusion, controlled chaos. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just gets it. You see, you could tell his preparation when he's talking to the media during the week and his presses and all that. This dude is, except for, of course, his first press. I did not know it was that bad till they started running it back, of course, in the last few weeks to show where he came from. They try to use that to throw it at him. I mean, they've been doing it since the beginning, right? But now it's on 100,000 million because you see what he's doing is he's talking that talk and he's walking that walk. And when you're a part of it, it's sort of like Patrick Beverley. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody hates Patrick Beverley, but you will love him on your team, And that's what they're going through right now. They're seeing this guy coaching his ass off. Excuse my language. But they see this man coaching his ass off and winning. And they just have no answers for it. They don't know what to do with their heads. They don't know what to do with their brains. So all they can do is hate back. Hate. Say, throw venom and vitriol, make things up, sit coming talking out their asses, like really saying nothing. Like, how dare you say this man is along for a free ride? We've seen time and time again teams we saw it. Shady's been breaking it down pretty dope on Speak because I did not know how really, really stacked that team was. I mean, I did then, but as time went on, and plus I didn't want that team to be compared to this one because I just didn't want that juju on this team. Like, nah, man, there's something different about this team. Like, they wasn't really like that. But then I heard Shady break it down. Like, we're talking Macklin, Jackson, Shady, Vic. We was going crazy. Not to mention Asamoah coming over. DRC coming over here. See, DRC was the one I forgot about. Everyone remembers Asamoah. DRC comes over here. We had Brown backing up Shady. Brown was an all-star. I'm like, what? Forgot about this. Vince Young was an all-pro. Not an all-pro. He made a Pro Bowl. You know what I mean? And he's backing up Vic. Like, it was just guys on guys. Jason Babbitt, Trent Cole. Like, it didn't stop. Guys. Kelsey was there, albeit a young Kelsey. Brent Selleck. Like, so many dudes, so many players, real players. And what did that team, with one of the greatest coaches of all time, Andy Reid, one of the Philadelphia Eagles' greatest coaches of all time. Albeit he didn't win that big one for us. And I want to so bad. I just can't talk down on that man, Andy Reid, for all he's done for us, man. But you know what I mean? He's got a few cakes in his arms too, but we'll get into that later. But you look at that team, ended up 4-12. Oh, Jalen's arm is back, bro. So, that team ended up 4-12. On numerous occasions, we've seen what they were then. I believe they were the Washington Commanders back then. We saw when I believe they had Bruce Smith and a whole bunch of other guys. Like, they went all in on just basically like an all-star squad, albeit these guys were all well past their prime. But it was just something that I felt like the NFL used to do a lot back then. Whatever the case may be. Just flooded team, just stacked with talent. Boom, they do nothing. We could name multiple occasions when this happens, and you need a guy. I mean, shoot, think about it. The Bulls before Phil Jackson got there. Albeit they wasn't really like that. But I mean, still, Jordan was there. I believe Pippen was there when Doug Collins was there. You know what I mean? And like, you need a guy that can control these egos, really. You know what I mean? Eagle maniac. Yeah, you get it, right? But yeah, these guys, like, you need a guy like Sirianni to be able to put this control, these, not so much control, that's the wrong word, but you get what I'm saying, cultivate, nurture these egos, have them come together for a concerted effort to achieve a common goal. And that's what this guy does. So how dare you sit here and say, I mean, you wasn't saying this last year. I'm pretty sure you wasn't saying this last year when you beat us, right? Along for a ride, but then we came back and beat you, right? Was he along for the ride back then? Smacking you up? Like, come on, man. Cut it out, bro. Like, this dude's wild and said anybody on the cast could coach him. You heard what he said, man. Julian Love needs love. Matter of fact, he needs hugs. Get him the Flock out of here, you stupid. And then just people backing that up, bro. And then you got, oh man, Coach Marcus broke it down eloquently. If you're not up on his, I believe his podcast, check him out. Coach Marcus, that's a guy I was trying to reference a few weeks ago. And I just couldn't remember his name, but now I'm on him, I'm watching him, I'm following him a little bit. You get what I'm saying, right? So, got a few things. He broke it down, how like, I'm hearing that Fred Weiner's wife. I don't really want to get at the lady, you know what I mean? That's I don't know him at all, but just don't feel it's the right thing to do. Talk about a man's lady. But what she did say was that, she was in the dark place. Well, the energy at the lake is just dark, and bad people. Now she's going on to retract that statement, thinking, this is probably how it is everywhere, man. And before Coach Marcus said it, believe he was a former running back for the Eagles. Regardless of what, he's basically broke down place to place. How, like, there's always this little pocket of fans sometimes that are gonna act up. People are gonna get drunk and wild out sometimes. I'm like, one of them once or twice. You know what I mean? It happens, But don't try to make this exclusively us. I didn't even know the real deal about it. I usually just go along with it because I'm the type of dude, like, you know what? Fine, let them point their fingers so they can point their fingers at us and say, there go the bad guys. Last time you're going to see bad guys like us. Let's go. I'm on it like that. I'm here for all the smoke, you know what I mean? But then you got to have a little bit of, you want things to be factual. You want to have the, basically the minutia of what really is going on. There are bits and pieces to every story, your side, their side, and then the truth, things of that sort. You get what I'm saying? There's nuance to everything. So prior to hearing this week, what went on with Santa, I would always be like, yeah, we threw snowballs at Santa, whatever. One case, it was 68, that was 68 years ago. It was back in 68, you know what I mean? Eons ago. And furthermore, I'm hearing that Santa was drunk. Santa was acting up. Santa needed them balls, them snowballs. He had to get those. You know what I'm saying? So there's nuance to every story. Similar to, I told you, I was watching this thing on Vice where they're talking about fans, and of course they were talking about us too, Eagles fans, and how Buddy Ryan was wrong for running up the score on Landry for his last game, but they failed to mention how prior to that, Landry ran up the score on us when we had it was a strike year, had replacement players, you know what I mean? Had freaking Keanu Reeves out there and all that. The replacement, you know what I'm talking about, right? So there's nuance to every story. So you basically, he was breaking it down like that. But it dawned on me prior to him saying that, I wanted to speak on it before, but like I said, all over the place, trying to calm this thing down, trying to be cool, and everything's coming out. But this is what I want to present to y'all. This is Fred Warner's wife. Fred Weiner plays for the 40 Winers. And they got crazy beef for Oakland, I believe, wasn't there? I don't want to minimize this, trivialize this, a death is a death and it's horrible. Speak on, but they've had legit deaths in fights. And you still coming at us about some snowballs? Like, really calm yourselves down, y'all, man. It's ridiculous. But once again, like I said, I get it, man. This is what comes with the territory. And I think we have to, us as Eagles fans, us as the Flock, Eagle Nation, Eagle Empire, the whole Eagleverse, we got to embrace this, because as long as we keep winning and we keep doing it the way we doing it, man, this hate is going to keep coming. And we just got it, whatever, roll with it. Let them point their fingers so they can point at us. And they say, there go the bad guys, bro. I'm I'm with it. I told y'all from the jump, man. I want all the smoke, all the jokes, but especially them quotes coming from my folks, man. We riding, y'all. Let's go. Not like they riding. No. We flying, y'all. We flying, y'all. Let's fly. Keep this thing going, man. We got 1 week and 1 day, man. So many other things I wanted to get into, man. But as you can see, we spinning, baby. We spinning, baby. We spinning. But it's all good, man. As long as we fly straight, next Sunday, we good to go. Everything will be great. I can't wait. Let's flock up or flock off. Get the flock out of here. Not you. You stick around because it's going down at the Super Bowl, y'all. Let's go. Mission 57 is not complete yet, man. Let's go get this thing, man. Put that energy out there to our team, man. You already know how this thing go, man. We got questions, and we just checking off answers left and right. But there's one more question. There's one more question, and you know who it's for. It's for you, Kansas City Chiefs. What you gonna do? Woo! When Eagle Mania swoops down and runs wild on you. Let's go. Play my music, Gangsta. EAGLES, Eagles. Woo! Wait, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? One last question, man. Dude, where can I get, I'm loving this fan base. I'm loving us, man, because these jerseys, you can't get nowhere, man. I slipped up. I need that home green with the Super Bowl 57 emblem on it, man. Please leave down in the comments if y'all know anything, anyway, where I could get these, man. I just hit up on a member of the flock on Facebook. Said I might be able to find something out in Cherry Hill. I was actually planning on heading out there tomorrow anyway, man. But if y'all know anything, man, please let me know if that's validated for me. Let me know if that's true or not. Because, it just sounds too good to be true. That's where I was headed. And, man, just hit me back like that. Like, what? Oh, they're not picking up the phones. I gotta go. Gotta go get this thing, y'all. How to get a jersey. You already know what it is, man. Once again, EAGLES, Eagles. Woo!